Hey, my loves. So I had a previous client reach out to me recently with a challenge, a question, something she needed a little bit of support and guidance about. And I loved her question, so I want to share what her question was and what my guidance was, because I know that it really helped her. And really the essence of what I shared is like the juice or the keys to becoming more confident and more empowered in your life. So what her particular challenge was, hello everybody that's joining, yay. What her particular challenge was that she started seeing a person, a man, recently. She did the Fully Expressed Woman program with me a little while ago, and she was on a healing journey. She wasn't dating for a long time, and she's just recently started dating. And this person that she's dating is really beautiful, but she's feeling... she was like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm fully healed, because I'm like really wanting him to message me all the time. I'm like hanging out waiting for him to message me. And if he doesn't message me, then I get disappointed. And I'm sure that this is something that a lot of us can relate to and resonate with. I know that I have definitely been like that a lot in the past. So yeah, I'm sure that this is something that a lot of us have experienced, right? Like we meet someone new. Hello, beautiful. How are you, Anthea? We meet someone new and we feel all the things and we want to be around them. We want them to be messaging us. We want all the things, right? So, and she also said that he's really lovely. Like, you know, he's interested about her life. He's wanting to learn about her and like asks about how she is and how she's feeling. And she said, these are things that I've never experienced before. Like, they're really beautiful, but I've never experienced them before. But her main question was, am I healed? Am I ready to be dating? Is the fact that, you know, I'm slightly obsessing about him messaging me, does that mean that I'm not healed? And this is what I said. No, that does not mean that you are not ready. That does not mean that you are not healed. That does not mean that you have to go and do heaps more work on yourself. This is what it means. It is coming up because this is an opportunity that life, your body, the universe is giving you to finally heal those old wounds and habits and programs and limiting beliefs, right? The insecurity and the need for validation and the need for someone to be messaging you. That is coming up in this moment with this beautiful man to be healed right now. And the same thing happened for me when I met my partner, was that a bunch of stuff was coming up for me. Stuff like, you know, I did heaps of healing, heaps and heaps of healing before we started going out together. And then when I met him, a whole bunch of stuff came up and continues to come up. Different stuff comes up now, but stuff comes up all the time, and just because stuff is coming up for you doesn't mean that it's wrong in any area of your life, right? It's coming up for a reason, to be healed and alchemized in the moment. And I said the same is true for all of these beautiful things that he's doing, right? So about when she asked, excuse me, my mind is a little bit scrambled today. When she asked, you know, I'm hanging on, I'm waiting for him to message me. I was like, that moment, that exact moment where you're like, oh, I wonder if he's messaged me. I hope he's messaged me, or he hasn't messaged me, damn. And you feel that like sunken feeling. That exact moment is an opportunity for you to love yourself more, for you to give yourself all of the things that you're craving him to give you right then in that very moment. Those feelings that you want to receive from his message, that is the exact moment that life is asking you to give that to yourself, so you can heal that, That is the moment. That is the moment to lean into and breathe into and stop and tell yourself how much you love yourself, and that you are enough, and that you are worthy, and that you are not going anywhere, that you are safe with yourself, that you will never leave you, that you love you, and you fill yourself up with that love and validation that you're seeking from him in that moment. And then in the moments when he does really beautiful things, where he says really beautiful things that you're not used to saying, again, that is a moment to breathe and receive and validate and reassure yourself that that is what you deserve, that is what you are worthy of, and you will never ever be in a relationship where you are not treated like that way, because you are a fucking queen and you deserve to be treated in the most beautiful way. And so when he treats you in these beautiful ways that you've never experienced before, you lean in and you breathe and you relax and you allow and you say thank you and you say, yes, this is what I am worthy of. This is what I deserve. And so coming back to my point, how to become more confident and empowered is this exact way of looking at life, this exact mindset shift and perspective shift around when things come up in life. For example, you're dating a new guy and you're starting to feel like you're waiting on him to message you and blah, blah, blah. That is the beautiful moment for you to love yourself more and heal that wound within yourself, right? And so that is so empowering and makes you so much more confident, because you're like, I know what this means. I know what to do with this, instead of shaming yourself or saying, why is this coming up? Why am I doing this? Why am I having these feelings? I thought I healed this, blah, blah, blah. All the things, every single thing that arises in your life is for a reason, for you to heal and open and alchemize. And every time you are triggered in life, every single fucking time you are triggered in life, there is a wound beneath the surface from childhood or from trauma or from some past experience that wants to be healed. And in that moment, it is being triggered and activated and opened so that you can heal it. So it is a moment to lean in and breathe and open and tell yourself that you're enough, and question and reflect on what is the wound beneath this that is being activated right now, and how can I give myself what I need in this moment to heal that? How can I speak to my inner child self, my younger self, myself that needs reassurance and validation? How can I love that version of me now? What is the limiting belief that's being triggered, and how can I tell myself a new story about that? And that is so empowering, because you are no longer at the mercy of all of these challenges and things that arise in life. They no longer sway you, because they are moments of gold and opportunity for you to heal deeper. And that is how you get to feel so confident and so empowered in who you are, because you know that nothing in your experience is out to get you or has power over you, because you reclaim your inner power and your ability to decide to let these things that arise be for your greatest good and your greatest evolution and the healing of your soul. And that is how you become empowered and confident in who you are. And that exact process is my favorite fucking process in the whole world, because when I taught myself how to do that, everything changed. I suddenly just felt so much more empowered and so much more confident, because I was no longer at the mercy of all of this stuff that was happening to me, and I realized it was happening for me, and I could find, like I say, the alchemical gold beneath that, and I could use it to grow as a soul, to reprogram limiting beliefs, to tell myself a new story about who I am and what I believe and what I'm worthy of, right? We are good enough. We are fucking good enough. We are good enough for everything. We are so innately worthy. And all of these challenges and triggers just arise as an opportunity to reprogram that old bullshit story that says that we're not enough every single time. I just did a showcase yesterday, and I shared a reel about it, and I had some triggers arise around I'm not perfect at this dance, and I look unco and awkward and blah, blah, blah. And that was another moment. That was a moment for me to step further into the belief and the truth that I am enough, and it doesn't fucking matter what I look like, and it doesn't matter if I look unco or awkward. I am still enough. I am still more than enough, and I still love myself. So I feel like I want to give you some homework. The simplest version of this is when something arises in your life that challenges you or triggers you or brings up feelings of shame or unworthiness, I want you to reflect on that and reflect on what is the belief that is, or what is the wound that is opening, bringing up more than likely it's probably some kind of not good enough belief. And then how can you, like, where does that come from? Where does that come from? Where in your life or your childhood was that belief implanted in your mind? Who in your life told you that story, or where did you learn that about yourself, right? And all of these things are untrue ultimately, but we've been telling ourselves these lies for years and years and years and years. And so they become the way that we look at the world. And so when you're triggered or challenged the next time and you feel this not good enough wound arise, ask yourself, where did that come from? Where did that belief first come from? Where was the first time that I heard that or I felt that? Maybe felt is an easier thing to remember. When is the first time that I felt this way? And then you can tell yourself a new story. You can choose differently. You can choose a different belief. You can choose a new higher self-worth belief, and you can repeat that belief over and 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 over again every fucking day of your life, right? And that is how you reprogram your mind, and that is how you start to view yourself as worthy and good enough of all the things that you desire in your life. And you know that nothing can hurt you, nothing can touch you, because everything that arises is happening for you to heal the limiting beliefs and stories that are currently holding you back from receiving everything that you desire in life. And so every moment is an opportunity to become more of your authentic self, more of who you really are. Your authentic self is that version of you that knows that she is enough, that she is innately worthy, that she is beautiful and perfect and amazing, right? That's your authentic self. And so if you want like the step-by-step map and the process and the meditations and the journaling prompts and the exact process that I taught myself and all of my clients, that has been super transformational for both me and all of my clients, if you want all of the guided practices and the meditations and the hypnotherapy audios and the guided video embodiment practices, and you want this all in a step-by-step map, that is exactly what I teach inside Feminine Emotional Mastery. So Feminine Emotional Mastery is my epically transformational self-led course to essentially master life, to master your emotions, your beliefs, and your triggers, right? Essentially, that is how you master life. Feminine Emotional Mastery is my self-led course where I teach you all of these things, and you have, I think there's currently 20 guided practices. So embodiment practices, journaling prompts, audios, meditations, hypnotherapy sessions, somatic practices to help you master your mind, your emotions, and your beliefs. And there's lots of videos that explain all of the concepts like this one, and they go into more detail and all the things. And honestly, like, this course, I truly believe that it is the most transformational of all of my content, because it is what created the biggest shift and change in my life when I taught myself these tools and I embodied these tools, and I made these tools the way that I live my life now. I truly believe that Feminine Emotional Mastery is my most transformative content out of all of the content that I've ever created. I really do. And it's pillar one of my 4-month program, The Fully Expressed Woman, taken out and created into a self-led course. So if you ever feel the call to do the Fully Expressed Woman with me in the future, you get $1,000 off that course when you sign up to Feminine Emotional Mastery. So yeah, Feminine Emotional Mastery is epic if you are wanting to learn how to master your emotions, your mind, and your triggers and your beliefs as a woman, to learn to master living as a feminine emotional being and how to use that as our advantage to your advantage. Use your emotions as your superpower to your advantage so that you can reprogram old stories and beliefs and things that tell you that you can't have what you really desire. It's how to master life. It is the mastery of life. It is the mastery of life as a woman, as a feminine emotional being, and it is epic and transformational. And I would love to have you inside if you feel called. If you have any questions about any of the things, please comment below or DM me. I would love to hear from you. I would love to support you. I would love to have you inside Feminine Emotional Mastery. The testimonials on the page are epic. They are amazing. I love all of the transformations that my clients have experienced through doing that work is amazing and mind-blowing, and I am so truly proud and grateful that I get to bring this work out into the world, because I truly believe that this work heals the world, because it heals us, it heals our hearts, it heals our stories of unworthiness and not enoughness. And when we do that, then we shine brighter. We are less reactive, we are less triggered. We create more positivity in the world, we create less negativity. We give others permission to be their authentic selves when we shine as our authentic selves. And I truly believe that this is how we heal the world. So I am so grateful that this gets to be my life, that I get to share this, and I get to teach this, and I get to guide women through the transformations that they experience inside of my work.